No, not that. Dang, I have a lot of items that I can buy. Damn, as one might say. Alright, let's keep listening to the story. Story time, everybody. Are you ready to listen to the epic of the blazing sun? Dawn appears with a pale white glow. A month has already passed under Kato's training. And today, the grind continues. Yo, stick to the training schedule. You arrive at the training site, repeat the same moves over and over again. Has begun to wear on your patience. You notice some gladiators training in moves you've never seen before. You decide to stay focused. You reflect on your training. It was always you alone, facing the wooden post, patching yourself up over and over. Yo, keep going, push through. Days slip by, and the gladiator's Aegon draws near. Today, Kato will give you one final lesson. I've done all I can do to prepare you. Now you're on your own. Yo, is this my, graduation? Here, my final test for you. Tell me, why do you want to become a gladiator? What pulls you through all this training? Yo, you know the answer. Your ideal has never faltered since you left home. To be strong enough to protect others. You meet Kato's gaze, and he reads the answer in your eyes. Yo, give him thanks. In the meantime, a flicker of desire crosses your eyes. You recall Kato's words from when this all started. By then, all will be chanting your name, Augusta. You'll have to conquer their hearts and win their applause, even without identity, status, and talent. Tell me, when will I see that day? Yo, it's gonna happen. You're aware that sponsors for the Gladiators Aegon are mostly nobles and wealthy merchants, figures beyond your reach, except, perhaps, in the underground arena. These are top of the line merchandise I got here. Care to take a look?
I did something I don't believe in for Supermarket Simulator. Adjusted for inflation, so I'm getting that nut now.
You go get that nut. You know, it looks like this part's only talking. From the looks of it there, Sarah. Like products on display, you and a few other gladiators stand in the middle of the underground arena, scrutinized by nobles and wealthy merchants in the stands. One by one, those beside you are chosen and escorted away. Volunteer myself. The audience casts their eyes in your direction. However, all you receive is constant laughter in return. Visions go through my mind. These laughs. So, they really did have a hand in that disaster. The dark tide did not destroy my home. When the dark tide struck, those with power and wealth continued their life of indulgence and luxury. The might of gladiators exists only to serve their desires. This fire ignites my chest. Or heartburn. Well, a village girl with such unremarkable forte, dreaming of power and strength. I can't remember the last Septimont had a joke this amusing. Yo, bring it. What can you offer? Prancing around like a circus clown and stumbling over your life so we can all have a good laugh? Or do you think playing innocent will win favor? Yo, don't underestimate me. You're making money, but customer satisfaction is poor? Ah, gotta thread the needle, Alex. Gotta thread the needle. Welcome to business. Anyone interested in this one? After all, watching the weak struggle is always a fine source of entertainment. Yo, just give him a stare. Entertainment, you say? Heh, in Septimont, strength defies worth. We shouldn't be so quick to judge a gladiator who offers herself. Your turn to view forward. The voice with heavy steps. A well-dressed old-school noble walks down from the stands towards you. He smells of rotten stench. It's unlike the smell of rats as the Septimontian has put in, but a foul odor of power and wealth. Yo, clench my fist. I engage only in profitable ventures. To stand in the arena, you must prove your worth. I have free trials for you. Survive them, and we may speak further, brave young lady. Yay! You accept the noble's trials. Through trials is too fine of a word for something intended to only break you. Yo, head to the trial grounds. Outside the walls of Septimont City lies a wasteland plagued by the dark tide, your homeland. Yo, it's different from what we know. They say a fervorous lion beast corrupted by the dark tide prowls deep within a cave. No common blade can cut through its skin. Your first trial is to slay the beast. The noble, however, decides to strip you of all equipment but a dull sword. You have no choice but to accept. The mountain trail winds like a serpent among the charred tree stumps. Dozens of bleached skeletons lie scattered. You suspect you're getting close as you continue forward against the unpleasant smell. When the first ray of sunlight splits the clouds, the cave reveals itself, breathing death. Before you get a clear picture of the cave, a crushing force presses down upon you. Yo, break free. Shh. Get down. You trying to get yourself killed? Hold your breath or you'll alert it. Yo, do as he says. Dang it. Turn around and see a hunter. Just a massive beast walks past where you are hiding. Yo, keep my head down. After the lion beast has left, you apologize to the hunter. It was thanks to him the beast did not notice you. Welcome back to those clothes. You're a Septimont gladiator, huh? I used to be just like you. Lost a big match, got tossed out by the nobles, and ended up like this. We're nothing but their playthings. The skills honed for battle. are now merely tools for survival. Sentiment has abandoned the strength it desperately needs. You pity such reality. Yo, what should we do? Only a madman will go after that lion. Yo, I have my reasons. His words are rough, but he eventually tells you everything he knows. You bid the hunter farewell and make preparations for the hunt. To gain more knowledge of your prey, you choose to silently observe the lion beast in the following days. After a few days, you manage to grasp an overall behavior pattern of the lion beast. Thus, you march towards the caves. Deep within the caves, dark embrace, you thread softly. Then, a sudden dread freezes your steps. Between the flicker torch flames, a monstrous shape appears. The lion beast. Fire from the nether dances amid its golden mane. White claws like scythes tear through the wounds in the earth. Yo, strike the beast! Dang it! As you expect, your sword fails you. It's ineffective against the lion. Before you can take a breath, the lion's thunderous roar storms you again. You decide to... Yo, analyze the environment. Just before the lion pounces at you, you slash with all your strength at a stalactite above. It crashes down into the lion's gaping jaw. Yo, it still has fight. You land on its neck. It lunges to seize you, but your swift dodges force its claws into a deadly knot around its throat. Seeing your chance, you give a final pull and the beast strangles itself in a frantic struggle. Finally, the trial has ended, and you drag your exhausted body towards the stream. Clear waters cascade down the mountain valley, and the dense forest slumbers quietly in nature's cradle. You rinse your blood-stained hands in the water. The clear streams slowly turn red. The birds scatter and the fish vanish. You sense the forest is uneased by presence. Yo, it kind of does remind me of a book too. If anything, it reminds me kind of more of the Dragon Age aesthetic, like from 2. Are you afraid of my power? The critter's panic plunges you into reflection. For the first time, you realize that power can instill fear. You are still somewhat shaken. With no time to rest, you approach the nobleman again. He imposes the second trial upon you. I know full well that this next one won't be easy. Killing a mad beast is hardly an achievement. I'm sure you are aware. Girl, that all the warriors of Septimont have 2 lives. Cato seems to have mentioned this before. One by their parents, and the other by their sword. You may consider the sword in the gladiator's hand, their life in the arena. For the second trial, bring me 100 lives. Yes, prove to me you are worthy of standing in the arena. Turn with disgust as you wave to accept. To get the mission pass for the Aegon, you start the second trial. Day after day, you fight gladiators of Septimont. As your reputation grows, so do the spectators. They don't care who you are, but only want to see you when you fall. Oh, there we go. Look, looks like the girl. Look, it's that girl again. Didn't think she would get as many wins as she did. Just look at the size of her. How will she even carry that sword? Yo, focus on the opponent before me. Don't care what the other people say. You have grown used to this kind of noise. The deafening cheers numb your fatigue. Your sword now rests against your opponent's throats. Yo, spare him. One by one, the gladiators you've challenged grow in numbers. Those you've defeated kneel before you, offering their swords, symbolizing their honor with both hands. Yo, I will raise the sword. Even in Septimont, there's a limit to opponents that prove a challenge to you. Eventually, you will need to seek out tougher challengers. You have targeted Victor, a frequent champion of the Aegon from one of the nobles' house. Do you have any idea who Victor's father is? His lordship is the largest sponsor in the Aegon. Power, wealth, those aren't things brute strength can rival. Victor has the best mentor, the finest weapons. So what? The house behind Victor comes to you with an offer. A perfect job for a substantial fortune if you walk away from the duel. Now rip that contract. You reject the bribe. Had a second thought. Humiliated, the noble servant spits curses at your face. Yo, avoid an altercation. You ignorant country peasant. Do you know what it means to refuse a noble? Then you shall suffer for your arrogance. When the time comes, don't expect any pity, as you won't get any. Yo, I'm gonna eye on the Scion. Scion silences the rambling servant and tears up the contract. Let's go. There's no point in talking sense into an ignorant fool. Then again, I'd appreciate if you don't waste too much of my time in the arena. They throw a bag of credits as a way to humiliate you, following it up with sarcasm and mocking gestures. They attempt to overwhelm you with pride. Yo, I feel nothing. The day arrives. Victor accepts your challenge with his honor of nobility as the stake. You remember well the haughty look he wore but a few days prior. Yo, hopefully soon. But the noble wields only words, not swords. Victor knows nothing about swordsmanship. You easily defeat the weak, incompetent Scion, and casually lift his pretty helmet with the tip of your sword. I'm going to take the noble seat. I have won, and I have achieved it without wasting your time. Do you see? You are guided. Your gilded lies shatter before real strength. I'm going to step on his helmet. The crowd erupts in cheers and applause. The nobles, undeniable to deny your triumph, lower their heads. You return to your lodging to court your trophies. 99 swords, 99 points defeated. Now only one life is left to claim. Most gladiators have long feared your reputation and dare not challenge you except one. Adrenal. the rising star of the underground arena. Unlike you, he was born with powerful forte. He is undoubtedly the king of the arena. Yo, talent no longer matters to me. Amidst the endless chanting of the name Adridel, you arrive as promised. Even the old school noble is present. Your opponent's towering physique dwarfs you, and his crushing presence brings to mind the fearsome lion beast. After several exchanges, you notice something unusual. The floor is too slippery to gain a foothold, and Adreno's armor is unusually heavy. You are familiar with the noble's despicable tricks. Keep calm. You then shift your pace, luring Adrenal into the very trap meant for you. After a few more rounds, his step grows loose. His reaction is sluggish. Now's the opportunity. The sword stops just before the neck of Septimon's strongest gladiator. The entire arena falls silent, and almost immediately, the crowd erupts into applause. Stab! 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 What? Kill! 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 Now? Adreno closes his eyes and accepts his fate. Victory is already mine. In front of everyone's watchful eye, you only take Adrenal's sword. You then bow towards the audience before taking leave. Feel a sense of relief. Live, live, live. Leave the cheers behind you. The next day, you arrive before the old school nobles with 100 lives. Adrenal is merely made of Septimonian flesh. Above him stands a greater force. Power beyond any Septimonian? Your third trial is to earn the blessing of Arashio? You plan to let me pass this trial? I know, Arashio. It has never tasted defeat. People say it's a peak no human can reach. The last wall of Septimont. But I have no reason to yield. This insurmountable challenge that stirs the thirst for victory in your blood. You accept the third trial. Confront the guardian of Septimont, Arashona.